The galaxy laughed at humans. For centuries, most civilizations believed humans were myths, stories from old travelers meant to entertain children. Some thought humans had died out long ago. Others said humans were weak, insignificant, and unworthy of attention. But far beyond the core sectors, in the silent darkness of space, humans were very much alive. And they were preparing. Captain Leora Vance stood on the bridge of the horizon, the lead ship of a hidden human fleet. Her eyes scanned the blinking consoles, tracking faint signals from the outer sectors. Alien patrols moved cautiously through the void, unaware of the humans hiding in plain sight. The galaxy had forgotten humans, but humans had not forgotten the galaxy. "Captain, another anomaly," Lieutenant Aaron said, pointing to the screen. His voice was calm, but a hint of excitement trembled through it. Leora studied the readings carefully. "Yes," she said. "And this one is different. Something is stirring." For decades, humans had worked in secret. Hidden factories and shipyards built fleets that no alien could detect. Every dreadnought, every fighter, every weapon had been carefully designed, trained for, and prepared. The galaxy believed humans were gone, but humans had been waiting for this moment. Meanwhile, alien scouts moved through the star systems. They reported strange signals, unusual energy readings, and unexpected disappearances. But their commanders laughed them off. "It is probably a glitch," they said. "Nothing to worry about. Humans are just legends." Those words made Leora's lips curl into a small smile. "Legends?" she whispered to herself. "Let them mock us. Legends are dangerous when ignored." On the horizon, the crew worked silently. Engineers adjusted engines, weapons officers checked plasma cannons, and navigators plotted secret routes. Every person on the ship understood the importance of patience. Humans did not rush into battle. Humans struck with precision, intelligence, and purpose. In distant alien command centers, commanders met to discuss reports of human activity. They laughed at the idea. "Humans?" said Commander Zyler, dismissing the warnings. "They are myths. Nothing can come from a species that vanished centuries ago." But myths, as they would soon learn, could awaken. Back on the horizon, scouts slipped through asteroid fields and nebula clouds, observing alien outposts quietly. Every patrol, every supply ship, every radar sweep was recorded and studied. Humans had learned patience. They waited. They planned. And when the time was right, they would act. "Do you think they suspect us?" Aaron asked, glancing at the displays. "They do not," Leora replied. "That is why this is perfect. They mock humans because they do not know we exist. And by the time they realize, it will be too late." Across the galaxy, small incidents began to occur. Alien freighters vanished without warning. Outposts reported strange system failures and communications disruptions. Commanders dismissed them as accidents, glitches, or natural anomalies. They could not imagine that humans were behind it. Even the alien fleets that thought themselves strong could not detect the hidden human ships. The humans moved like shadows, silent and invisible. They studied the enemy's habits, learned their weaknesses, and waited for the perfect moment to strike. In the observation deck of the horizon, Leora looked at the stars. To anyone watching, the galaxy seemed calm and peaceful. But she knew the truth. The silence of space was only a cover. A storm was gathering, silent, patient, and deadly. "Captain," Aaron said, "the outer sectors are reporting more disappearances. They are starting to question their intelligence reports." Leora nodded. "Good. Fear is the first step. Let them doubt themselves. Let them whisper about ghosts. That is the beginning of the lesson. Humans are not to be underestimated." For centuries, humans had been mocked, dismissed, and forgotten. The galaxy had turned its back on them. And for centuries, humans had waited, building, training, and preparing. Now the mockery was ending. The whispers would turn to fear. The legends of old would awaken. As night fell on distant worlds, human crews continued their work in silence. Every engine check, every weapon calibration, every strategy session brought them closer to the day when humans would prove that they were not myths. The galaxy laughed at humans. But laughter could not last forever. Patience, intelligence, and preparation had been humanity's greatest weapons. And soon, the galaxy would learn that the species it mocked for centuries was the one it should have feared all along. Captain Leora stood on the bridge, her eyes steady, her mind focused. "Let them laugh," she said softly. "The galaxy will see soon enough. And when it does, humans will be remembered." And in the darkness of space, the hidden human fleets waited, silent but ready. The mockery was ending. Humanity was awakening. The galaxy still laughed at humans. But whispers were beginning to spread. Strange disappearances, missing freighters, and broken communications had alien civilizations uneasy. Humans had sent the first warning, and it was precise, quiet, and deadly. Captain Leora Vance stood on the bridge of the horizon, her eyes scanning the holographic map of alien outposts. "These are our targets," she said. "We strike carefully, quietly. Let them feel the first touch of what they cannot see." Lieutenant Aaron nodded, excitement in his eyes. "The scouts are ready, Captain. They will move without detection." The human scouts slipped through asteroid fields and nebula clouds, unseen and unheard. One by one they approached alien supply ships and minor outposts. With precise strikes, engines were disabled, communications cut, and systems disrupted, all without unnecessary destruction. The aliens had no idea what hit them. "Enemy patrols are confused," Aaron reported. "They cannot locate us." "Good," Leora said. "Let them believe the galaxy is empty. Let them think humans are weak. That is our advantage." Across the stars, alien commanders began to notice. Reports of vanishing ships and mysterious system failures reached their command centers. Some dismissed them as accidents. Others whispered to each other, uneasy. "Could it be humans?" one commander asked. "Humans are myths," another replied. "They cannot exist. It must be a trick." But it was real. Humans were very much alive. And the first strike had shown just a fraction of their power. On the horizon, the crew worked quietly, analyzing every detail. Every alien reaction, every movement, every mistake was studied and noted. Humans had patience and precision. Every action had purpose. Every strike taught the aliens a lesson. "Captain, the Velner cluster reports more missing freighters," Aaron said. "They are beginning to panic." Leora nodded. "Good. Panic spreads faster than fleets. Let them wonder. Let them doubt. This is the first warning. And warnings build fear." Meanwhile, alien fleets grew cautious. Patrols doubled. Fleets hesitated. Commanders questioned their own intelligence. The humans had done more than damage ships, they had shaken confidence. Fear had begun to spread. But humans did not celebrate. Small victories were not for boasting, they were steps toward something greater. Every scout, every strike, every disabled ship prepared the way for the larger plan. Leora turned to the holographic map. "We have sent the first warning," she said. "They think humans are still myths. That belief will not last. When the full fleet appears, the galaxy will see what they mocked for centuries." In the shadows of space, hidden fleets of human dreadnoughts waited silently. Alien ships had no idea of the scale of what was coming. The first strike was a taste, a warning, a whisper of the storm to come. Commander Zyler, watching reports with growing unease, shook his head. "It cannot be humans are attacking? But they are legends." Legends, as the aliens would soon learn, could be more dangerous than any reality. The first strike had been small, but it had achieved its goal. The galaxy was beginning to doubt, to fear, to remember. Humans had reminded the stars that they were not myths. Captain Leora's eyes were calm as she watched the reports. "This is only the beginning," she said softly. "The galaxy mocked us for centuries. Now it will start to learn the truth." And in the darkness, the human scouts returned to the fleet, silent shadows among the stars. The first strike had been delivered. The message was clear: humanity was alive, precise, and deadly, and the galaxy had been warned. The galaxy was beginning to tremble at the name of humans. Strange attacks and vanishing ships had alien commanders uneasy. Yet none could imagine the full scale of what awaited them. Captain Leora Vance stood on the bridge of the horizon, staring at the holographic display. Thousands of blinking points filled the hologram. Each point represented a human ship. And these were only the beginning. The hidden human dreadnoughts, more than 10,000 strong, waited silently in the shadows, prepared for the moment the galaxy would see them. 10,000 dreadnoughts, whispered Lieutenant Aaron. "No one in the galaxy can imagine this." Leora did not respond. She had patience and she knew the importance of timing. "Let them continue to mock us," she said softly. "The galaxy will learn the truth soon enough." Humans had prepared for decades. Hidden factories and secret stations built warships that no alien could detect. Every weapon, every shield, every crew member had been trained for this moment. The fleet was perfect, disciplined, and deadly. Across the galaxy, alien fleets remained confident. They had seen minor attacks and believed humans were small, harmless, or imaginary. Commanders dismissed the reports. "It is only a few ghost ships," they said. "Nothing to worry about." But myths, as they were about to learn, could be terrifyingly real. On the horizon, Scouts slipped through asteroid fields and nebula clouds, watching alien fleets. Every patrol, every movement was recorded and analyzed. Humans studied their enemies carefully. They did not strike recklessly. They waited. They prepared. And when the time came, the strike would be perfect. "Captain," Aaron said, pointing at the map, "our scouts report unusual formations in the Velner cluster. Aliens are beginning to suspect something." Leora nodded. "Good. Suspicion is the first step toward fear. Let them think they are safe. Let them grow complacent. That is when humans strike hardest." In hidden construction stations, engineers and crews worked tirelessly. Ships were equipped with plasma cannons, hyperdrives, and shields capable of withstanding entire fleets. Every dreadnought was a masterpiece of strategy and engineering. Every crew member knew their role perfectly. The first strikes had been warnings, small attacks to test alien defenses. But the hidden armada was ready for the real war. And the galaxy would soon understand the meaning of human power. Lieutenant Aaron looked at Leora, excitement and awe in his voice. "When they see the full fleet, they will not know what to do." Leora's gaze remained calm. "That is the plan. Every legend that doubted us will remember. Every civilization that mocked us will regret it. Humanity has waited patiently, and now it will rise." Far across the galaxy, alien fleets still moved confidently, unaware of the hidden armada preparing to strike. Myths had awakened, and the galaxy had no idea what was coming. Patience, precision, and preparation were humanity's weapons. And when the armada moved, the galaxy would see that legends were not merely stories, they were unstoppable forces. The hidden armada waited in silence. Thousands of dreadnoughts, perfectly aligned, perfectly prepared, ready to strike at the first signal. And the galaxy, which had mocked humans for centuries, would soon face the storm it had ignored. The stage was set. The shadows of humanity stretched across the stars. The galaxy was about to learn a lesson it could never forget. The galaxy had heard whispers of humans, but no one had seen them in full. Now that was about to change. Captain Leora Vance stood on the bridge of the horizon, her eyes on the holographic map. The first major alien fleet had entered the unclaimed sector near the Draconis Belt. Thousands of ships, heavily armed and confident. They believed humans were weak legends. They were about to learn the truth. "Captain," Lieutenant Aaron said, pointing at the map, "they are moving in formation. They think they control this sector." Leora's gaze was steady. "Then let them feel our control. Deploy the fleet. Silent, precise, and unstoppable." Human scouts slipped through asteroid fields and nebula clouds, observing alien formations. The enemy noticed faint anomalies but dismissed them. They did not know that humans had already calculated their every move. Then, suddenly, human ships attacked. Plasma beams cut through shields, engines failed, and communications went silent. Alien commanders were confused. Reports came in from every direction. Ships disappearing, systems failing, fleets breaking formation. "Captain, they're trying to regroup." Aaron shouted. "Let them," Leora replied calmly. "Disorder is our advantage. Every move is calculated. Every strike precise." The horizon led a daring maneuver, flanking two massive alien warships. Plasma cannons fired in perfect synchronization, disabling both ships in moments. Alien fleets were thrown into chaos. They could not understand what they were facing. Commander Zyler watched helplessly from his command center. How can they move like this?" "They are humans," he whispered. Humans were more than that. They were disciplined, intelligent, and fearless. Every captain acted with purpose. Every crew knew their role. The aliens had underestimated not just their strength but their strategy. "Enemy flagship destroyed, Captain," Aaron reported, eyes wide. "They are retreating." Leora allowed herself a small smile. "Good. Let them run. Fear spreads faster than weapons. The galaxy will remember this day." The first clash was over, but the message was clear. Humans were not myths. They were a force that demanded respect. Alien fleets hesitated, alliances wavered, and rumors of ghost fleets spread across the galaxy. On the horizon, Leora looked out at the stars. "The first clash is done," she said softly. "But the galaxy has seen only a shadow of our power. The real storm is yet to come." Outside, hidden human dreadnoughts waited silently, ready for the next command. The aliens had seen humans fight, but they had not yet seen the full might of the armada. The first clash had begun. Legends had awakened. And the galaxy would never be the same. The galaxy was waking up to the terrifying truth. Humans were real. And they were stronger than anyone could imagine. Captain Leora Vance stood on the bridge of the horizon, watching alerts flood in. Alien fleets, once confident, were now converging. Hundreds of ships from multiple civilizations had come together to stop humanity. They believed that sheer numbers would overwhelm humans. They were wrong. "Captain," Lieutenant Aaron said, his voice tense, "this is the largest fleet we have faced yet. They've brought everything they have." Leora's eyes did not waver. "Then we will show them why humans are legends. Prepare every ship, every crew, every weapon, ready for battle." The human armada moved like a single organism. Ships glided silently through asteroid fields and nebulae, unseen until the moment of attack. Alien fleets relied on numbers, but humans relied on strategy, and that made all the difference. The first shots rang out. Plasma beams tore through alien shields, striking precisely at the weak points. Alien formations broke apart. Confusion spread quickly. The humans were not only strong, they were brilliant. Commander Zyler watched helplessly. "They are only humans," he shouted. "How can they fight like this?" Humans were more than that. They were adaptable, fearless, and perfectly coordinated. Every captain knew the plan. Every crew member acted without hesitation. The Horizon led a daring maneuver, slipping between two massive alien warships. Plasma cannons fired, disabling both ships simultaneously. Chaos spread across enemy lines. Confident fleets now faltered. Morale collapsed. "Enemy forces breaking formation," Aaron reported, eyes wide. They are retreating." Leora did not celebrate. "Good. Let them run. Let fear spread. Every fleet, every commander will learn that humans are not to be underestimated." Across the galaxy, stories spread. Aliens whispered of humans who struck without warning, appearing like shadows and vanishing just as quickly. Myths had become reality. Fear had taken root. Back on the horizon, Leora walked along the bridge, calm and determined. "Every clash strengthens us," she said softly. "Every legend we face is another step toward reclaiming our place in the stars. Humanity has waited too long to be mocked. The galaxy will remember us now." Outside, the hidden fleets of human dreadnoughts drifted silently, waiting for the next signal. Aliens had seen humans fight, but they had not yet seen the full power. The collision of legends had begun. The galaxy would never be the same. The galaxy had seen humans fight, but no one had seen the full scale of their power. Alien fleets, though large and confident, did not know the truth. Humans had been hiding their greatest weapon. 10,000 dreadnoughts waited in silence, ready to strike. Captain Leora Vance stood on the bridge of the horizon, her eyes scanning the holographic display. Every blip, every line, every movement of the hidden fleet was precise. Patience had been humanity's greatest weapon, and now the time had come. "Captain," Lieutenant Aaron said, voice trembling with awe, "they are moving into the open. The galaxy will see everything." "Good," Leora replied calmly. "Let them witness the storm they cannot escape." Across the stars, alien commanders grew confident. They believed they had faced humans before. They were wrong. As the first visible human dreadnoughts appeared on their sensors, panic spread. Hundreds of alien ships tried to regroup, but it was too late. The armada was vast, disciplined, and unstoppable. Commander Zyler stared at the reports. 10,000 dreadnoughts, it cannot be, he muttered. Humans, real? They were real. And they were perfect. The human armada moved like a single organism. Plasma cannons flared, shields glowed, and engines thrummed with power. Every ship was manned by crews trained for decades. Every weapon was ready. The first volleys hit alien formations with devastating accuracy. Engines failed. Shields collapsed. Chaos spread across fleets that had once laughed at humans. "Fire at will," Leora commanded. "Show them the strength of humanity." Alien ships tried to fight back, but human tactics were flawless. Flanking maneuvers, surprise attacks, and precise coordination made them unstoppable. Fleets that had once been confident now scattered. Morale collapsed. Fear spread faster than any weapon. Lieutenant Aaron watched in awe. "They can't even respond," he whispered. "Every move, perfect." Leora's gaze remained calm. "This is the result of patience and preparation. Every legend that doubted us will remember. Humanity has waited, and now we rise." The turning point had arrived. The hidden fleets were no longer hidden. Myths had become reality. Legends had awakened. Alien civilizations that mocked humanity for centuries now faced an unstoppable force. On the horizon, Leora addressed her crew. "We have shown the galaxy our strength. But this is only the beginning. Every star, every fleet, every civilization will learn our name. And when they do, they will fear it. In the cold blackness of space, 10,000 dreadnoughts drifted silently, ready for the next command. The aliens had seen humans fight, but they had never faced their full might. The storm had arrived. The galaxy would never forget this day. The galaxy would never forget this day. Humans, once thought to be myths, had awakened, and their power was undeniable. Captain Leora Vance stood on the bridge of the horizon, watching reports flood in. Alien fleets that had once mocked humanity were scattered, defeated, or fleeing in terror. 10,000 dreadnoughts stretched across the stars, silent and perfect, a reminder of what the galaxy had ignored for centuries. "Captain," Lieutenant Aaron said, awe in his voice, "they are fleeing everywhere. No one can stop them." Leora nodded. "Good. Let them remember. Let every civilization know, humans are not myths. We are a force of the stars." Across countless systems, stories spread. Aliens whispered of humans who struck with precision, intelligence, and patience. Legends had collided with reality, and myths had become unstoppable truth. Fear spread, respect followed, and humans became more than survivors. They became legends. Commander Zyler, once proud and confident, stared at the reports in disbelief. 10,000 dreadnoughts, precise, unstoppable, he muttered. But it was true. The galaxy had learned a lesson. Humans could not be ignored, dismissed, or defeated by conventional means. On the horizon, Leora addressed her crew. "We have proven our strength," she said softly. "We have shown the galaxy that humanity endures. Legends survive. Myths awaken. But our journey is not over. We remain vigilant. We remain prepared. Humanity will continue to shape the stars." Outside, the hidden human armada drifted silently, ready for whatever the galaxy might challenge them with next. Every ship, every crew, every weapon was prepared. Humans did not boast, but the universe would remember. The first whispers of fear had turned to awe. The galaxy now knew that humans were clever, disciplined, and unstoppable. Myths were alive. Legends had awakened. And somewhere, across the stars, new civilizations began to speak the name of humanity with fear, respect, and reverence. The species that had been mocked, forgotten, and underestimated had returned, not as stories, not as myths, but as a force that would shape the destiny of the universe. The galaxy remembered, and humanity had begun its reign among the